Hi, good evening, everybody. I hope you all are doing good. So, most of you already know this is Lacuna Astro's official channel. And if you have any specific questions related to your Kundali, you can ask here. And this is approximately a 1 hour session. And I would request everybody to use this time wisely. Hey, hi, Aditya. How are you doing? You guys need not to worry about your order, and that is being maintained at our end. So we would be maintaining the specific queue as and when there is a specific request sent by somebody. As long as that request is legitimate, you would be adding to a queue. You add it to a queue, and that's the queue from where your request would be picked up and a specific reading would be offered. So that's the standard process we follow. I have enabled the subscriber mode because today we want to keep the messages as low as possible because I have something other item to cover today. So I would not be interested accepting multiple requests, and that's the reasoning we are going to accept only a few requests today. So the subscriber mode is turned on for that, so that ultimately less people would be interested asking questions. So we have request Adit's request today. Aditya Saraswat. What are you asking, man? Jodhpur, Rajasthan, India. गवर्नमेंट जॉब लगेगी या नहीं बस बताना. Okay, fine, let's see. So we do have the first request for today. Let's see what is there for him. So guys, there is an application out there in the market, and the name of the application is Lacuna Astro. You can download that and create your profile in Lacuna Astro application, and then there would be a token generated, and that token is what you can share with us. Here in the live session I would be creating these tokens for you, so nobody is requested to go there and download it. So you guys just need to be here with me. Just hold on for some time, and I'm just going to create the very first profile for today. Today's session is just a 1 hour session. So everybody, please make sure you are sharing your details as soon as possible. Guys, just give me a minute. Hey, hi, Hemant. Just hold on. We are preparing for Nadi as well. So the work is being done. It's been tested right now, and it's coming pretty good. Maybe during the session, I would like to show you all what exactly is coming for you next. And that is quite a decent offering from our side, which is definitely going to make a lot of people who are interested or into the KP technique. So anybody who is using KP can now go ahead and use Lacuna Astro and get, guys, this is yeah, Aditya, just hold on. I'm creating a profile. Just give me one more minute. Just give me one more minute, please. There is a small glitch. Just be with me for 2 more minutes, and we would resume the session. Okay, perfect. We got it. Fine. We are going to create the very first profile for today, and that is for Aditya. Aditya, where are you from? Jodhpur. And we are also adding Hemant. Hemant, you are added into the queue now. So after Aditya, we are going to pick up Hemant. Jodhpur, Gujarat. Rajasthan. 2004. 10. Guys, you can also create your profile in Lacuna Astro application, and that's available on App Store and Play Store as well. So you can just go download the application, create your profile, and share that with me. Okay. Aditya, this is your token, and please keep it handy. Hetal, you are added into the queue, so please don't send any more messages. You are already in the queue. So just stay here and I will pick up you next. So Aditya, the token which I sent is your token. Next time when you come, this is the token I would be expecting you to share. Please let me know if you are still there with us. I'm going to start your reading. So I see that there was a delay for the subscribers, so I have just removed that. Fine, let's start, guys. We are going to release next version of Lacuna S2 tonight, and for Android users, it will be phased rollout. So anybody who is interested, government job, anybody who is interested can have the Lacuna S2 application with them, and they can use that to ask specific questions. Aditya, your chart is open. 10th October 2004, afternoon 1:50 p.m. is when you were born. A numerological chart has considerable issues, which I can see here. The very first issue, it indicates that you may think that you are the smartest person in the room. So that is the phenomena you may have every time you enter into a room, but that's not the reality. Second thing, you are not grown up yet, but at some point when you would start having relations, right, those would be quite troublesome for you. Third thing, numerological chart is not indicating any sort of strong reflection on the lines of government job, right? But this is numerology, right, which has very weak indications, and it can't be used for any complex or critical predictions, because a lot of people would have born on the same day, but the interpretations can differ based on their astrological chart. So that is why don't get serious about what I just said. It is just a reflection. Most likely, if you are talking to a numerologist, this is what would be the interpretation which would be coming out. So just wanted to make it clear to you. Now, if we just look at your Nadi chart, then just give me a minute. Currently, you are in Shukra Buddha Guru. Shukra Buddha and Guru. So the current time, I don't think is suitable for you to get into any sort of job. So it has not been reflected. Uh, if we just sum them up, right? So the best time when you are going to experience some glimpse about the possibility of job is when, just hold on. Guys, there is a list maintained, so don't message multiple times. That would not help you, because the more you message, the more I would keep pushing you at the bottom of the list. So anybody who sends their message once should just sit idle. Don't try to spam. That will push you away in the list. Yeah. So just make sure you're not spamming. So if you are going to start any pursuit of job, Aditya, you should be starting that from April of this year, right? April 2026. There is a very thin possibility. I would not say that you are going to get it, because your chart is quite weak on those lines. You have to put very conscious and extra efforts to make it happen. Moon is the only planet where it has a considerably strong positioning. As long as one more planet comes along with it which has the potential, and that is what we are losing, that is what we are missing, so that is not there. So as long as Moon and Mercury are coming together in your nadi, there is a possibility of you getting the job, uh, and that possibility is something which you have already passed. So that possibility was there last year, right? 2025 January till April. Since that is past, I don't see that happening anytime soon, which is a very strong combination for you to land into a job. But that has not been found, so I would say it's a kind of struggling time for you. You keep trying. There would be small windows. As long as you are prepared, you will get it. Otherwise, the chances are very weak. Okay. We are moving on to the next person, and that is Hetal. And after that, info, and then info. You have not shared your question, so I don't know what exactly you want to ask. And after that, uh, Akash would be there, and then Shashi Sharma would be added into the queue. Anybody else who has shared their details? And guys, if you are a returning viewer, right, and if you already have the token, if I have created your token in previous sessions, so please do share the token rather than sending the question, because I mean, I have a fairly good memory, right? So if in case if I find that you are sharing a question without the token and you are an existing viewer, because we do maintain a list of all the viewers, what questions they asked. So that is being maintained here. So the point I want to be absolutely clear about, you guys must make sure your tokens are with you when you are asking the questions. In absence of the token, we lose your historical footprint in Lacuna Astro. What is the purpose of the historical footprint? The historical footprint is used to really analyze what we discussed in any of the sessions in past, and that is what I personally believe that brings an accountability into the system. And accountability, a system without accountability is nothing but a place where we are just wasting our time and your time, right? So that is what we are trying to build. So that's the reasoning I request everybody to yeah, it's very obvious. Why wouldn't I miss it? I would definitely miss it. But that is the reasoning I request everybody not to message multiple times. If you guys keep messaging, then that's not my job to keep track of what you guys are doing, right? So please make sure nobody is messaging multiple times. The chances of getting job is weak. The best time to get job was in 2025. Then the time is gone. The next best time is not there in the near future. Okay, guys, fine. I would also request, please don't message on the WhatsApp number which is reflecting on the screen unless I ask you to. Most of your questions would be answered here in the session itself. So you need not to reach out to us by any means. We are creating Hethel's chart. Hethel, we would not take your question. Please accept my apologies for that. You are 2008 born, and the question you are asking is really something we don't want to waste our time addressing, right? I didn't read your question, otherwise I could have asked you to leave immediately. Since you are asking a question which is on the lines of रानी को रॉकी कब मिलेगा या रॉकी को रानी कब मिलेगी, so those things we don't do here, right? So I would request you to please change your question if you want, or please look for somebody who can really help you get that. No, we are not here to do the general analysis. That is not going to solve any purpose for us. Okay, so I would request you to please leave. And you are just 2008 born, so you are still a kid, man. Why are you seeking any sort of astrological advice? You should not be. Just enjoy your life, focus on your studies, play with your friends. I don't think I am skilled enough to give you any advice at the moment. Fine, let's move on, guys. Info, Jignesh. Jignesh, you have not shared your questions. I don't know what exactly you are seeking from us. So I would drop you and I'll move on to the next person, and that is Akash. Akash, if you're there, let me know. Akash, if you are still there, let me know. We are adding Mrityunjay as well into the list. Anybody who has any questions related to their soulmate or anything like that, right? I would say that, guys, accept my apologies. I would not be able to help you on those things. Uh, because that is something which is not going to solve the purpose of the session. So we want questions which are good enough, and your age should also be decent enough. I mean, there should be a clear indication that you are struggling to get an answer. As long as if you're not grown up enough, then what's the point wasting time there, right? So I would request you guys to be very precise when it comes to your questions. Yeah, Mrityunjay, you are added to the queue, so don't just sit tight. Don't worry, we'll cover you. We are going ahead with Akash. Guys, the session would close in 1 hour, so next 35 minutes I am here, and then the session would be closed. And since yesterday it was off, right? I didn't do the session because, as I said, we are working on Nadi, which is going to be introduced in Lacuna Astro tonight. So we managed to do that, and tomorrow you would be able to update your application and see a whole new world, absolutely free. Absolutely free, and that is also, what should I say, means pre-configured for your Kundali. So as soon as you create your profile, your entire Nadi would get created, the specific dashas, and we are also making sure you get an opportunity to look at the dashas for next 10 years. So uh, earlier we were thinking that we should give you next 10 years, then we made it 5 years in past and 5 years in future. So total 10 years you can look into. And there are around 49 questions we are currently offering you. One question means you get 100 coins, so you can ask two questions for free. Those questions are also going to have Nadi dimension added to it. So all the predictions now would start considering that as well. So I don't want to talk much about it because that is something which I want you guys to experience tomorrow when the feature is launched tonight. And that is definitely going to give you a good impression. Yeah. So l- let's see what you guys have to share after experiencing that. So we are creating profile for Akash. Solan. Guys, also make sure you are sharing your question along with your details. Don't share the questions in bits and pieces. 5:40 a.m. And you all are educated personals, and that's the reasoning you are here. So please read what is coming on the screen. It is saying no spamming. It means don't send same message multiple times. Akash, this is your token. Please keep this handy. Next time when you come, this is what I would be expecting you to share. We have Akash's profile ready now. And just give me a minute. There was somebody who was saying I missed his details. What was his name? Twinkle. Twinkle, you are also added into the queue. If you are there, please confirm your availability. I think you are already there, so you are next in the queue. We have Akash, and then we have Shashi Sharma, and then we have Twinkle, and after that Mitunj. So that's the queue we are having at the moment. Anybody else, if they want, please share your complete details. Don't share partial details. So Akash, I have just sent you the token. Your token is LA underscore MVPK, and that's the token you need to maintain. You would definitely be a working personnel, but there would be a lot of ups and downs, Akash, in your career. That is what your numerological chart is. Um, that is what your numerological chart is reflecting. THXJIN, I don't know how to pronounce that. Since you didn't share the question, we would not be adding you. I hope you are not listening me clearly. So if you are not listening, then I don't expect you to understand what I mean, right? So please make sure you are listening me carefully. Once you share your details, please share the complete details. Partial details are not going to help anybody. Okay. So Akash, we are with Akash right now. So Akash, what your chart is reflecting that there can be an inconsistency in your career, and it is also reflecting the relationship inconsistency as well. Uh, in case if you are trying for a government job, then it also has a reflection that you can get that, but it would be delayed. But this is coming out of a numerological chart, which is less reliable. Yeah, so we would like to validate this through the astrological reflection as well, what your astrological chart is reflecting. So let me look into that as well. Just hold on. Your astrological chart is also confirming to the statement which I just made, right? So there can be certain rash decisions when it comes to career, right? And probably it is leading towards you are gaining also and you are losing also. So I mean, maybe you may be switching very frequently, or there is an instability, having arguments with your leadership. So these are the things which potentially you can be experiencing now. One thing is very sure, that you are definitely going to be a working personnel, you would be definitely a working guy, so that is there. But it seems that job, rather than job, business seems to be the better option for you. Mm, but even if you go for the business, you'll be giving benefits to your opponent rather than you getting any benefits. So just hold on. Just hold on. Shubham, I don't want you to be part of this channel. Yeah. So focus on whatever you want to do, but somewhere I don't feel comfortable having you here. So it's my humble request that I don't want to keep blocking you, right? Because you keep coming through different IDs. Uh, don't be in so much of love with what we do here, right? I know our predictions are good, but that does not mean that you devote your life to the channel. So I would request you to please spend your time somewhere else. Okay. So we do have Surya Guru Rahu, Surya Guru Mars, Surya Guru Rahu. Somewhere in the month of July, right, you would see a possibility of reaching to a point where you can just get into a job which is stable enough, right? So I would say just wait for the right time. Right now, the chart is indicating that you may be having exponential expenses going on. That should be there. And even the job which you are doing seems to be unstable. Yeah. So you need to wait, man. Just wait for the right time. Somewhere in the month of July, you should be experiencing some good time where you can either plan for a switch, or things would start normalizing in your current job itself. Guys, we have 24 more minutes to go. I would not accept any more requests now. So, Shashi, if you are there, please confirm. After Shashi, we have Twinkle, and after Twinkle, we have Mrityunjay, and then Suman, and then Dewanchu. So that is the list for today. Shashi, if you are there, let me know. Thank you, Shashi, for confirming your availability. What is this? Are you 1956 born, Shashi? Shashi ji, can you confirm? Are you 1956 born? Hey, hi Amol, how are you? Shashi. Okay, fine, no problem. Hold on. Hey, hi Prapti, how are you doing? Good to see you back again, back here. Shashi ji, this is your token. I would request you to please keep this token handy. Shashi ji, this is your token. This is what would be requested if you reach out to us offline or if you reach out to us here in the live sessions. So this is expected from you. Okay. So Prapti, have you got your result? I think you were expecting your result, right? If I remember correctly. I think that is somewhere in the next week. Have you got have you got any news on that? Shashi, you should not do anything. You should just make sure this token is saved. This token is saved on your device, and next time when you know come, this token is what would be expected. So this token is something which allows us to access your profile, and we can just go and look into the previous conversations we have had. For example, right now we are having exchanging certain details with each other, right? You are asking a question, I'm going to share something where exactly we are going to document my opinion about you, right? So whatever would be my observation for your chart, we are going to document all of that against this token. Yeah. So, and this token in our system is going to be tagged to your YouTube ID. So nowadays we are not connecting on Instagram. Otherwise, the similar thing happens there. So we keep a track which user came from which specific channel and what is the token for them, what's the conversation we had. So all that history is being maintained, and next time when you come, then we know that what we discussed, right? So it gives us a bit of fair confidence on our conversation. It also allows us to go back and introspect if accidentally something wrong was predicted, right? And this has a big vision, and that is the reasoning we have such a sophisticated system which allows us to keep track of everything. So uh, I think that vision is very clear. The vision is very simple, that we want to come up with a system which allows us to have a fairly good prediction engine with us. So Shashi, uh, have you been in a government job? uh, Shashi ji, can you confirm? And what is your question? Let me read that. So all the critical dimensions of life, you are saying that you are struggling. And since when you are struggling, if you can specify that also, please. When exactly your suffering started, Shashi ji? Can you specify that, please? Because if I look at the 10 years horizon, then your dasha has not changed, and you are currently in the same dasha, and it is you are exiting from that in 2028. So you saying last 3 years, only the Antardasha has changed in 2021, and we are in 2026. So in last 3 years, see the change, the major change in the status only happens when the Mahadasha changes, right? But I don't see that changing. If I just look at the 10-year horizon, so it is not changing. December 25th. What is December 25th here? So 27 June 1956, 11 p.m. is what you have shared. But just hold on. 25, 24, 23. That is where you entered into Rahu Ketu. Okay, Budh Rahu Ketu. Okay. 5, 8, 12. Okay, we can see that. That's fine. 12 is there. 12 is there. 5, 8, 12 is there. And this is clear, Shashiji. We can see um, clear occurrences of 5, 8, 12 at star lord and sub lord level, and that has been reflected by the specific dashas which where you are in right now. I can see that that is there. And this is something which I don't see improving anytime soon. Even the next Antardasha you are moving in is also having very strong presence of 8 and 12. So the situation may continue to degrade, right? So I don't think the situation is going to improve for you. No, I don't know what to guide here, because that is the default thing you are experiencing at the moment. I can I can offer you one thing. If you want, I can speak to you and understand the exact situation you are going through, because from the planet standpoint this is something which is inevitable, right? And the next transit itself is going to give you a bit of hard time. Now for that, if you are willing to do some chanting or something like that, right? Specifically chanting is the only thing which can help you right now. Going for any other remedies or doing anything else, I don't think is going to really work for you. But the the time which you have been going through, and the time which you are going to go through, is indicating that loss of image and maybe insulting situation also. So those are the things which are being reflected there. If you want, I'm more than happy to connect with you, and I would like to understand a bit more about the situation you are going through. Astrologically, if you are seeking anything which can solve this problem, then there is no specific solution for this except chanting, right? And the specific mantras for the time you are going to go through is what would definitely help you. But depends on you whether you want to do it or not. I can just tell you, if you want, but I want you to be prepared. After June, the time would be a bit harder for you. Okay. Uh, so I don't know what to say. I have given you the number. This is my number. If you want, you can just drop a message. I will speak to you tomorrow, and then I'll see what we can do for you. Okay. So Shashiji, let's speak offline on this. Twinkle, if you are there, let me know. And don't go for any other remedies or start buying anything for you, because none of that is going to help you here, Shashiji. The only thing which can help you sail through this time is chanting. Twinkle, if you are there, let me know. Mrityunjay, you are next. Twinkle, if you're there, let me know. Shashiji, what to chant, what not to chant, we don't share anything about remedies here. For that, if somebody wants, they can speak to us offline, and that is what I suggested you to do, right? Because remedies are something, why would I waste my efforts sharing something which nobody takes seriously? So if somebody is genuinely looking for doing something, in case if that is applicable for your chart, then we would like you to put a bit more extra efforts rather than just scrolling the reels. So I'll be very blunt about it. I want you to put some efforts. Uh, Connect with me offline. We are not going to charge you anything. You can always come here and say that they asked me money, so you can say that if we do so. But why the hell I'm justifying this? I'm just allowing you to connect with us. We want to speak to you. We want to understand how genuine the case is, because what you are saying is what your chart is also reflecting, but bringing some more gravity to it, to make sure that we are suggesting you something which is really going to make a difference for you. For that, we are requesting you to connect offline. Now, if you wish, please do. If you don't, it's all right. We have no problem at all. Okay. But your chart is reflecting what you're saying. So, and the time ahead is even harder than what you have gone through so far. So, we have to speak. That's the reasoning I suggested you to connect. Twinkle is not there. We are going ahead with Mrityunjay now. Mrityunjay. 1996. Hey, Mrityunjay, I can just look into whether you will get married or not. Don't ask me how your wife would look like. That's a means I don't want you to ask that question. Better you ask whether you will get married or not. Okay. I think that is more important than this, what you are asking. No, 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 Mrityunjay. I don't think for that you can book a offline consultation. There we can talk about her height, her face, right? Whether she would have curly hairs or straight hairs. All that we can talk about there. Here, if you are interested, I can just look into whether marriage is possible or not. Other than that, if you want to ask anything, then I'm so sorry. Tell me quickly. You want me to create your profile, or you are really keen to know uh, the skin color of your wife? Okay, fine, fine. And guys, nobody should be asking these questions, how your husband would look like or how your wife would look like, or whether you'll marry Raja, would marry Rani or not. So that all, please don't ask. We don't want to lower the standard here, right? I have a feeling that I just had a fake reading, but anyways, let's see. Trouble in life. What is that? Guys, just give me a minute. I'm just updating what I discussed with Shashi, ma'am. Okay, guys, let's move on. I think I think we missed a very critical message. It's okay. Okay. The time ahead is tough, specifically starting from June of this year. The insult and the losses can increase. Okay, now we are going ahead with the next person, and that is for Mrityunjay. After Mrityunjay, we have Suman, and then we have Devanshu. So that's the list for today. I can extend it for a few more minutes if somebody is interested, because I feel that the warm up is done. But anyways, let's see. What do you have to ask, Mrityunjay? Arey, you wanted to know how the Rani would look like, right? I'll tell you the marriage. And if that marriage has sweets for you, or it would give you a salty experience. No possibility of love marriage. It is most likely going to be an arranged marriage. So the question related to how she would look like, your parents would decide how she would look like. Mrityunjay, this is for you. I feel that you may be preparing for the government job if you are not yet working. Your Kundali is not having any prints of Mangalik Dosh, so you should be happy about it. And what else? Chart has extremely weak combinations which are necessary for the marriage. So, la marriage is first of all denied. It is uh, not confirmed. Uh, so I would say it's not there. But it is going to be a bit of challenging experience for you, right? And that's fine. Working and all is fine. No, we are not commenting on that at all. So I'm just saying, if you want to prepare for the government, then you can try that. But if you are working, that's absolutely fine. Yeah. So the chances is means it is going to be an arranged marriage. No possibility of love marriage at all. And that is one thing. Second thing, even the arranged marriage is something which requires involvement of your parents, right? Obviously arranged marriages happen like that, so इसमें क्या prediction कर रहे हैं हम, कुछ नहीं. But it is not going to be a straightforward marriage. For example, रिश्ता आया, तुम्हें पसंद आ गई, उन्हें तुम पसंद आ गए, and then it happened. No, it is not going to be that smooth. It may require some back and forth communications, and then it will go through a traditional path, is what I mean. It is not going to be that straightforward thing, right? कि बस मिले जुले बातचीत हुई, and then all tamasha done. So that's not the case here. uh, just give me a minute. I'll try to see what is the best probable time for you. Just hold on. 7:11 to moon ka aa raha hai. So you are currently in a time frame where marriage is possible, and you are already in that time frame. You are already in the time frame where the marriage is already possible. But just give me one more minute. I want Rahu to come here. Mrityunjay means, according to your chart, you should have already got married, right? Uh, the time you have just passed, right? My parents are preparing for marriage now. Yeah, so I feel that there was a very beautiful time for you last year itself. So, and that has a complete combination which is required for you to get married. Okay. So, have you had any offers that time? Any proposals? Or you are just testing something here? Because that was a very strong time. You are just answering okay, okay, okay to everything. I would request you to connect with me offline, because I want to understand what was the experience during that window when you had the perfect combination. Why it didn't happen? What kind of discussions happened during that time? Have you had any specific proposals or not? So the time you just passed, right, was pretty good for marriage. Why it didn't happen? We need to discuss that. Marriage. Marriage is possible. The time which just went by indicates that the marriage should have already happened. A request to connect offline is placed to validate the authenticity of the question. Fine, I have just taken a note. I want to make sure that the question you are asking and the event which has happened in your life in last 1 year, we just want to document that also, to be sure that what you are saying is right. But in any case, the question related to marriage, it is going to be an arranged marriage for sure. Last 1 year was extremely favorable for you to get married. Why it didn't happen is something we I would like to speak to you, if you want. If you don't, then it's all right. Mm, I have no issues with that. Suman, Suman, if you are there, let me know. I think we don't have Suman here. Devanshu, let me know if you are still there with us. Devanshu, please confirm if you are still with us. Okay, fine. Suman is here. I feel that this guy Mrityunjay has run away. Uh, We need to mark him as a fraud profile. If he connects with us, then we'll be whitelisting him. Otherwise, he'll be considered as a fraud user. Because the question he asked, our system indicates that the marriage could have already happened. Guys, there would be a bit of disturbance. There would be a bit of disturbance, guys. No, that's okay. No problem with that, man. I'm just saying I want to connect with you to validate. Because system is indicating that there was a very strong possibility of you getting married last year itself. uh, Only thing I want to validate, why it didn't happen, what kind of events you had. Why I'm saying that, see guys, uh, we are using a very sophisticated system which is built by Lacuna Astro to do the predictions without any human involvement. It means it does a objective assessment of your chart. Objective assessment means it looks at certain conditions. If those conditions are met, then it helps us find the specific predictions for that. So we apply the human intelligence there, but at the same time we do have the sophisticated algorithms which are doing the half of the work. It is not using AI, it is using the same mathematics, same logic an individual applies on a chart to find a reasoning of an event. So now, if chart is reflecting something, and if you are saying no, that has not happened, so it becomes a legitimate point for us to explain and elaborate to the system, to the logic, why it didn't happen. So that is the reasoning, Mrityunjay. I want to connect with you if you want, and tomorrow I can just give you a call and we can have a healthy discussion about it. What was the sequence of events last year, and if you are okay, well and good. I don't see there is any other reasoning why you should say no, I don't want to connect. So choice is yours. This is an offer from our side. I would love to speak to you on this. Just to make sure what we have is not having any glitches. Last year, I think somewhere at the December mid or something, your dasha changed. So कुछ तो हुआ होगा वहाँ पे, या तो बातचीत हुई होगी या किसी से कुछ तो हुआ है. What is that? We want to know that. Okay. Suman, this is your token. L underscore MVPZ. Please keep it handy. What kind of work you are talking about, Suman? What work is stuck? Can you just elaborate a bit more on that? That's okay. That's okay. You take your time. Enjoy your evening with your parents. Suman, what kind of work is that? When you say it's stuck, I don't know yaar which singer, but I am a good singer. That's what my parents say. That's what my colleague used to say. when I was in IT, and that's what my colleagues in the class used to say when I was in college. So maybe someday I'll sing something for you. Writing project. Okay, fine. Writing. That is what I wanted to know. What project you were talking about? Is it related to uh, IT? It is related to writing. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Guys, any messages if you are exchanging with somebody, then please make sure that is being exchanged in the Hindi language or in the English. Please don't use any other languages here. I have just put Mrityunjay on a timeout because he was using a language which I couldn't understand. So I don't know what he was exchanging with somebody. So, guys, please make sure this is a public platform. I want everybody to make sure they are not sharing or writing something which can't be moderated, right? So, if it can't be moderated, the next step for us would be removing you from here. So please make sure you are respecting the basics here. Okay. So we have Suman's chart here. You are in Mercury Dasha right now, and you are almost at the end of it. And thank you so much for confirming the aspiration which you have and the struggle you are going through right now. And Mercury is not in a very supportive mode, is what I can see, and it is forming 5 8 12, uh, and the combinations we have there, right? So now my next point is that I would say that if you really want to resume or continue the persuasion you have, right, and if you want to continue your writing aspiration, then I would suggest you to start that in the month of August 2026, because the current situation is not going to get altered anytime soon. Although there is a very small possibility, but I would not just buy out that. So, my advice to you would be that 2026 August is when you should be putting all your efforts. Starting from 2026 August, mid of August, is when you are going to see a considerable paradigm shift in order to make you more persuasive when it comes to writing and other things. But right now it is something which inherently you would not be able to continue, right? There would be delays because your Mercury is not at all supportive, is what I mean. Although what you can do if you want to take best utilization of this time, potentially you should hire somebody to write this book for you and you just narrate. If you can do so, then there is a possibility of you having some progress made in this direction. But if you're not willing to do so, then most likely you would be able to proceed this aspiration somewhere in the month of August this year. Right now, if you are so keen to take this project ahead, my advice to you would be that please uh, put some money, right? Uh, and That's the way you can work it out. Yeah, that's fine, sir. But my I'll just bring him back. Just hold on. No, I didn't know what he said. Right. So that's a kind of you know um situation which we can't manage. So that's the reasoning. We have to be vigilant and we have to be very clear about what is being shared here. Right. I don't want anybody to say something which hurts somebody's sentiment. Right. This is not the place to have any such activities, and that was the only reasoning why we did that. And there is no personal thing about it. We have to make sure this is a place where you feel psychologically safe, and that is very important for us. So, Sumanji, this is what I had to share with you. If it makes sense, please take it positively. If you still have any questions, you can come tomorrow and ask. Since we had an off yesterday, we are going to have another session tomorrow where we would be covering things which we just couldn't do yesterday. So the tomorrow session would be a bit long. No, it's not about. See, there are two things, Suman. Let's say if you already have a project which is going on and it is stuck, right? Then it needs some sort of financial push before you start gaining benefits out of it, right? So that is what is coming for you. So if you want to put a financial push, and that is not tomorrow, that is something which is coming in end of the March, right? But it's a duration of 5 months. So what I'm suggesting, in case if there is something which you already have been doing and now you want to take it forward, right? The same project, then potentially putting some money in that direction would definitely help. Second thing, if you don't have anything in your hand right now and you want to just start a new venture, for example, just take an example. The question was related to writing, right? For example, I started writing a book. I covered pretty much 50%, 50 to 60% of the topics I wanted to cover in that book. And then later on, I just left it and started doing something else. Now I don't have even time to look into that. But I can still take that book forward. The 50, 60% book which I have already written, I can hire somebody who can just sit beside me. I can keep sharing my thoughts. That person can just keep writing it into that book. So, but that requires a financial involvement, financial investment. So that is what I mean. So in case if you're not, it's not the matter of case. It's the matter of if you want to any if you want to take up any project right now, whether it's halfway done or it's a new project, you have to put the money there. You can't do it by yourself, is what I mean. If you want to start that and if you want to take it forward by yourself rather without involving any third party, then you should wait for the right time, and that is in 2026 August. So I hope this is clear to you now. So I'll just document that. The current time is not in absolute favor. The time ahead is good after August. She can still take this forward if she puts some money in the project. No problem, Suman. I hope I could help you. Devanshu ji, if you're there, let me know. Devanshu. Okay, what do you have to ask, man? You are also from Kolkata, and that is the reasoning. I mean, I literally forgot to block you because you also sent something in Bengali, right? My roots are connected to Bengal, and I know just one song. So I think that was Tominir Mongolo Korobolo. I don't know. I mean, I don't I don't remember the wordings. So it's my uncle is still stays there to 2:30 p.m. That is what happens, right? When you move away from your origins, then Devanshu, you already have a token, man. Thank you so much. You already have a token. Okay, good, man. I didn't see that you have a token. I was in the process of creating your chart. What was your question? I'm doing a small job. Yeah, see, I mean, as long as you are using English or Hindi, which we can understand, right, is allows us to. This is something that allows us to moderate the channel, right? Otherwise, in past, there were a few Gujarati friends, right, and they were exchanging some messages which were very personal, right, and those comments I hope you got the point, right? Were not appropriate for somebody in the group, so we had to block that entire group, right? So there were 7 8 people from Gujarat, and they all were a long time viewer, and we had a trust. But ultimately, we reached to a point where uh, we didn't like that, right? And that's the reasoning we started making sure that nobody should be using the native languages, because we can't understand that. There is no discrimination about the language, if you feel so. The only point is, if we are not able to moderate it, then that is not allowed. It is as simple as that. So, Devanshu, we had a discussion in past, right? And that was in 2025, somewhere in the month of, I think, October is when we had. The question was related to job or business, right? And you were more inclined towards exploring the possibility of trading as well. So that is what you asked, right? So the point I answered you, that you are most likely to work in an area which is analytical in nature, is what we said, right? And what also we said, please decide what you wish to work on. I feel trading can also be a good area. Okay. Due to the environment of the Mercury and Jupiter, you must be careful while taking trades and be a bit vigilant. So in a way, that discussion was not very conclusive, is what I would say, because we just supported what you wanted to pursue because of the strength of the planets we could see there. But since then, we have gone far, far, far ahead than what we had earlier, right? So we can just validate what we suggested. So I would still stick to what I said. But what are you asking today? Let me see that. Devanshu. Small job. Should I go for a bigger salary job, or I am thinking about making a Kali Kirtan Dal, which is good. Devanshu, means last time when you came, right? I thought that this guy is a very promising guy. That is literally what I felt, because you were talking about left, right, center, exploring the trading as a possibility, going for an analytical job, and all of that. You were talking last time when you came in in October last year, right? And the question was more on the lines of job or business, and the business had a flavor of trading as well, right? Now you're saying you want to create a Kirtan Mandali is is really surprising. Uh, I would say that it's not just about creating a Kirtan Mandali, right? There has to be some spiritual inclination also. Otherwise, you would be doing this just. That's that's an obvious thing. And that is written here, right? You must be careful while taking the trades and be a bit vigilant. That this is the exact line written here. If you want to see that, it is unalterable data, so we can't just go and change this. So this is written here on trading. So you did good. I'm really happy that you learned it. But anyways, if you could have heard us last time, you could have saved some money. But it's all right. पैसा गया गया कोई बात नहीं. That's absolutely fine. I would say the question you are asking, right, whether you should go for a bigger salary package or not, is something definitely we can look into if there is a possibility of changing the job. Just hold on. The only suggestion I have for you, Devanshu, is just one. No matter what you do, no matter what career you pursue, your chart has one thing which is a bit of a concern, right? And that concern is very simple, Devanshu, is you have to be consistent by hook or by crook. If you just keep deviating or start showing less interest in something which is already offered to you, then you are most likely going to be in a loss. So, consistency is the key for you. Even if you have a small job, just stick there. Make sure you are not just getting money, but at the same time, you are having some improvement in your skills also. As long as if you are gaining that, stick to that. Your chart is not very stable when it comes to doing a job or gaining exponential profit, right, upfront. So that's the reasoning I would suggest you to make sure whatever you start, just stick to that. If you would just keep uh, rolling here and there, then problem है तुम्हारे लिए. And as long as the possibility of changing the job with benefits is concerned, just give me a minute. Before 24 March 2026, if you have an opportunity to switch, you do so. Otherwise, just stick to wherever you are. Don't try to switch. Okay. If in this coming month, if you get an opportunity, go for it. Otherwise, don't look for any change. How far you should be waiting for the right time is not we are seeing right now, but in the near future, in next 2 months time, this is the only window where you can just think of switching the job. Other than that, the possibility is low. Good time to. If you manage to switch the job between before this, right? Before 13th of May, if you manage to switch your job, it is going to be a considerably beneficial for you from the finance standpoint. So as long as you can do so, I'm sure you will gain some benefits there. Afterwards, the time is not very favorable. So choice is yours, whether you want to pursue that or not. Okay. And as far as this Kirtan Mandali is concerned, I would not suggest you to go for that. So whatever you are doing is fine. Uh, honk your skills and then keep moving in that direction. Anybody else? I see two people have also sent their question. What's their name? Santosh. What are you asking, Santosh? No, I'm not saying that, Devanshu. I said job is there. If you are doing, it's fine. Stick to that. But don't try to disrupt it, right? Disrupt in the sense, if you have any exam in this window, which I just mentioned, please go for it with full confidence. There is a possibility of change. But government job is not like a private job, right? कि बस resign मारा, 3 महीने का notice serve किया, कहीं और से offer मिल गया, and then you just go. It's not like that. So the only point is that if you are in a government job and you trying to seek any other possibilities, that time is not there. मई तक का ही time है आपके पास 2026 में. उसके बाद का जो टाइम स्टार्ट हो रहा है इज़ नॉट गिविंग एनी सपोर्ट टू यू. सो जो हाथ में है वो भी गंवा दो, और कुछ और पाने के चक्कर में तो फिर नुकसान ही है ना तुम्हारा. सो आई वुड से द चार्ट इज़ नॉट वेरी स्ट्रांग. तो जो मिल गया उसमें खुश रहो. और एज फार एज दिस कीर्तन मंडली इज़ कंसर्नड, यू वुड नॉट बी एबल टू कंटिन्यू दैट फॉर अ वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम. सो वो करके भी तुम्हें मिलेगा क्या? मन बहलाने के लिए करना चाहते हो तो कर लो, बट आई वुड से दैट डू समथिंग विच हैज़ अ लॉन्ग टर्म सस्टेनेबिलिटी एस्पेक्ट टू इट. अदरवाइज कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है ना भाई. Okay, guys, we have two more requests, and one is from Mr. Santosh. What do you have? Devanshu, if you want, let's connect offline, right? We can talk about it. Just hold on. I'll send you the number. You can just send a message there, and we'll speak on this. Okay. So tomorrow would be off. I'll give you a call, and let's have a discussion on this. Okay. Don't worry about it. I'll speak to you, and I'll make you understand. And tomorrow when we speak, right, I can look into the uh, horizon which is longer than 1 year, right? So right now what we are looking at in the live session is just for 1 year horizon. So we are not going backward and forward, right? So, and there are a couple of other things, right, which I can explain you how chart functions. Probably that will help you understand. For example, if a specific event has already happened, then the next set of events conforming to the same possibility would not make it happen again, right? For example, if somebody has a combination of marriage in almost every planet, uh, maybe in 4 or 5 planets, and those planets are fast moving planets, then that possibility would keep happening in your chart, right? But that does not mean that you will keep marrying. right? You will have multiple marriages. That means you will have a stable marriage, you will have a good marriage, you will enjoy that relationship. So उसका ये मतलब होता है. So that is what I mean. If somebody has a possibility of getting a job and you got the job, now the possibility of getting the job is not been formed uh, with the necessary conditions. आप ढूंढते रहो, क्या होगा? आप ढूंढते रहिए उसको बैठ के, नहीं होगा ना. सो दैट इज़ व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड, देवांशु, इफ़ यू आर लिसनिंग, स्टिल लिसनिंग मी, कि if you want I can speak to you, we can have a discussion about it. Potentially you would understand what I mean, and if you do then well and good. If you don't, तो कीर्तन मंडली का तो सोच ही रहे हो वो स्टार्ट कर लेना साथ ही साथ वो भी. बट आई वुड से कि वो इतना सक्सेसफुल रहेगा नहीं. बाकी फ़ोन पे बात करेंगे इफ़ यू कॉल. We'll look into what Santosh has to ask. And there is somebody, Priyanka Gupta also. Priyanka, अगर आप हैं तो please let me know. Santosh and Priyanka. Santosh is there, I know. Priyanka, if you're there, please let me know your availability. You all can also download Lacuna Astro application. It is available on App Store and Play Store. It's free. You can download it from there and share your details. You can create your profile there, and then you'll get a token. Once you create your profile, Lacuna would give you a very specific token, and that token is what you can share with us. With that token, we can access your profile at our end. We do have a live dashboard. Uh, so who are new here, right? I would like to give them a small brief about what Lacuna Astro is like. So Lacuna Astro is completely dedicated on astrological predictions, right? So we focus on the astrological predictions. We don't focus on uh, Rocky and Rani ki shadi and all that, right? So obviously that is the part of our prediction engine, but it tells you whether the possibility of marriage is there or not. Let's say if two people are interested marrying each other, then it also tells you how compatible you both are. All those aspects and dimensions are being very beautifully curated for you in a modern language, right? It is not using the Babaji ka gyan, which is not making any sense. Some part of Lacuna Astro uses AI where it comes to descriptive things, but majority of the part is not using any artificial intelligence system. That is using the pure logics which are explained in the scriptures we have. So if you guys want, you can download the application. It is available on App Store and Play Store. Tonight there is a very major release happening, and it will be happening somewhere midnight so that there is less disruption, and that is going to include the nadi as well. So you would be able to see your nadi chart. You will be able to see your dashas based on the KPI and Amsha. And if you are informed and if you are educated enough and if you know how to read the nadi chart, then you can go and see what your chart reflects. In case if you are not educated enough, then there is a very small crash course which is coming from our side, would be available on YouTube for free. You can just go watch, learn, and simply get into the app and do your own predictions. So that is what we are doing for you. Let's go ahead and create profile for Santosh. We are creating the profile for Santosh. Meanwhile, if anybody is interested, they can download the app and create their profile by themselves and share the token. That is the fastest and the most preferred way of creating anyone's profile, because when we create profile, that remains within our control, where you would not be able to see a lot of updates we do, right? Updates in the sense what we discussed, what are the potential remedies for that discussion, and all that would not be available if you are not having the app. And anybody who is listening us, we don't talk about remedies here at all. So that is something which is only accessible and available in the apps. If anybody has the app, they would be able to see that. If you don't have it, then we would just talk about the timelines and the possibilities, whether it is going to happen or not happen, और how it can happen and all that is not how part जो है ना वो ऐप में ही मिलेगा आपको, वो कहीं और नहीं मिलेगा. Okay, so we do have the profile for Santosh created. Santosh, this is your token if you are still there with us. We do have a capability to transfer the tokens also. So let's say अगर आप account अपना create कर लेते हैं, तो आप अपना ईमेल आईडी हमें शेयर कर सकते हैं, जिस ईमेल आईडी से आपने अकाउंट क्रिएट किया है. आपको आपकी स्क्रीन पे एक नंबर ऊपर फ्लैश होता हुआ दिखता होगा, आप वहाँ पे वो अकाउंट ईमेल आईडी विद योर यूट्यूब टोकन आप हमें वहाँ पे बता सकते हैं, दिस इज़ माई ईमेल आईडी, दिस इज़ माई token, and this is the token which was created in the live session. As long as you share that with us, we would be able to transfer it to you. So once it is transferred, uh, you would be able to see all the conversation which we are having right now here. So what are you asking, Santosh? After Santosh we have Priyanka, and after Priyanka we would have OKSM4Y Sutpa. Sutpa, we can just tell about your possibility of marriage. और कुछ हमें नहीं पता, इससे ज़्यादा हमें कुछ आता नहीं है, तो वी वुड नॉट बी एबल टू हेल्प यू बियॉन्ड दैट. Where is Santosh? Santosh, are you still with us? Santosh, are you still with us? We are adding Suman as well. Santosh, please confirm if you are still with us. Okay. I feel I have had somebody with this name, Santosh. Somebody, I don't know. No, fine. This first time you're coming. All right. We do have your token. And Santosh, I have given you your token also. Please keep that handy with you next time when you come. There is a very strong support. Definitely, you can start a business. The best time for you to start the business was in November 2025. November 2025 till 10th of December. If you could have started during that time, right, then this could be a good one. But your question is raising a concern when you say Ganesh Murti. Why specifically Ganesh Murti? Don't you like other gods? That's the only frame you have which you can create. Santosh, why specifically Ganesh Murti? Suman, you are added to the queue. Just hold on. We are with Santosh right now. Welcome to you. Santosh, you can start the business. Best time was last year, November till December. That is fine, Santosh. But why only Ganesh Murti is what I want to understand. So, job business you can start. The time currently you are going through is favorable for that. Okay. And if you want to start it before July 2026. Afterwards, your mind would shift. Shift in the sense, maybe you would say that I'll add Ma Saraswati as well, Ma Durga as well. So that feminine thing would also get introduced into the business. But you can do this. I want to understand why specifically Ganesh. So overall time is good for you. Overall possibility of starting. Help me understand why specifically Ganesh you have chosen. I want to understand that. Overall possibility of starting a business is good. There is an open question. Why specifically Ganesh Murti? Fine. It seems Santosh has no answer for that. It's okay. He did not answer the question. Seems to be fraud. Fine. Priyanka, if you're there, let me know. Priyanka Gupta and then Sutpa and Suman. Priyanka Gupta, let me know if you are still there. Fine. Priyanka is not there. Sutpa, if you're there, let me know. Sutpa, I think you are also gone. Sutpa is there. Okay. Sutpa, the how part, right? We are not going to look into, I mean, means we will not focus on the look and feel, right? We can focus on, yeah, we can focus on marriage. But if somebody is looking for, okay, I see today we have flagged uh, two questions as fraud. So we have had two fraud profiles today. So Sutpa, Purba, West Bengal. Okay. So anybody who has fraud profiles, please don't waste my time, guys. The last question was from Santosh. He didn't answer why he wants to go for only Lord Ganesha. That made us feel the question was very intentional, right? So that made me feel that he's he's just wasting my time. I think we'll stop picking everyone's question. There should be a precursor. Okay, we'll add that. Sutpa, your token is ready. Sutpa, this is your token. Next time when you come, this is what we would be expecting. This token allows us to access your chart. Sutpa, your chart is indicating that potentially you may be in love with somebody, right? And that is what your numerological chart is reflecting. And that can be quite intense. Is also what your chart is reflecting. And as far as I remember, somebody with the same name have come to our channel, so we'll look into that. If there is any historical footprint for you in our system, we'll migrate what we are discussing today. But what I see here, Sutpa, is something you may be in love with somebody, and that should be quite intense also. There is also अरे दैट्स फाइन वो तुम लोग देखो क्या करना है तुम्हें योर chart also has a very strong mangal dosh, so that is there. And yeah, that's fine. मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता उसमें. 2711 2711 2711 2711. So your chart, I mean, um, it's also possible that you will get married very anytime soon, right? So there is a very strong possibility for that. When is that going to happen? Just hold on. Surya Guru Shukra. Shukra. Not supporting. Not supporting. Okay. Sun is supporting. Sun is supporting. Okay. Dasha is supporting. Organ. Mars is supporting. Okay. Mars is supporting. So before October 2026, you will definitely get married. Sutpa, see, this is something which is quite trivial to answer, right? Um, do one thing, Sutpa. I would suggest you to, means in Lacuna Astro, right now, compatibility reports are free, right? So you can go and just do the compatibility test there. So I would suggest you to go and try that. That gives a very clear classification of you and your partner. It also helps you understand uh, behavioral and the nature differences, right? What kind of experiences you can have. So I would suggest you to go and just try that. That will give you fair enough idea how somebody would be. So whenever you get a proposal or you connect with somebody, right, then please do that preliminary check before you taking that relationship forward. So that would definitely help you get some idea whether to pursue it or not. As far as your marriage is concerned, there is a very strong possibility of uh, there is a very strong possibility of you having a healthy marriage, even though there is a mangal dosh there, and a lot of people believe in that, and that is the reasoning we also have added it to our dashboard, and it's quite strong as well. And and that is formed, that strong dosh is being formed in your 12th house. So consult somebody whom your family believes in. So before marriage, do the preliminary check so that mentally you are satisfied. So that is what I feel is what I need to suggest at this time. Overall, marriage is going to be all right. I don't see any considerable issues there. uh, but whenever you find somebody, uh, just let us know. We can check his chart also. But today, this is what I have to suggest. Before this year ends, most likely you will get married, because there are multiple planetary combinations which are confirming to this event. The marriage is possible before 2026 October. Okay, guys, I think we are reaching almost at the end of the session today. Suman, if you are there, let me know. Hey, hi Rupesh, I'm good. How are you doing, man? You take care, Sutpa. One thing I can tell you, the compatibility reports are free right now. आप वहाँ try कर लो. Um, if there is anything extremely critical and if you're not getting a clue, you can connect with us offline also. We can have a bit more deeper discussion about it. But I would tell you one thing. Your chart is not reflecting, even though you may be in love with somebody, but it is not very much supportive for the love marriage, right? So emotionally, you may have an inclination for somebody, but that person becoming your life partner is less likely to happen. So I would advise you to be a little bit more practical in the relationship you are in, right? Sutpa, this is a very humble request uh, to you, right? And please do consider this. Otherwise, it is just going to hurt you, right? You are pretty emotional, lady, based on the chart which we can see. So अब वो तुम देख लो कैसे करना है. This is the only way you can tackle the situation. Otherwise, you just keep beating yourself. And nobody can help you in that case, right? Let's move on, guys. Who is next? We have Suman. Okay, Suman. I just want you to be mentally and physically safe, right? Just just make sure you are taking care of yourself. और इमोशंस को एक साइड में रख के रिलेशंस को देखो. अदरवाइज नो मैटर विच रिलेशनशिप यू आर इन, मोस्ट लाइकली यू आर गोइंग टू गेट हर्ट. ओके, बाकी अगर आपका मन हो तो यू कैन स्पीक टू अस ऑल्सो. द नंबर इज कमिंग ऑन द स्क्रीन. You can just take a screenshot of it and connect with us whenever you want. We are creating Suman's chart now. Manisha, I'm adding you also into the queue. Just hold on. Who is next? Suman. Anybody who is here to waste my time, in case if you have such intentions. I mean, when I read your question, uh, and when we look at your channel and other things, right, we get a fair enough idea that your intentions are not right. So I can tell you one thing, that will not tell you that your intentions are right or wrong. We'll tell you what you want to listen. Okay, so anybody who is here to just waste my time, I would request you to not do so. Today we had two such profiles, where we could track down and we could really flag them that they are the fake profiles. Suman, this is your token. Please keep this token handy next time when you come. Hey Afreen, how are you doing? Okay. Suman, see, your chart indicates that there may be, I mean, you will have consistent turbulence in your career. That is there. I mean, it also indicates that you may have a bit of anger issues. You are a soft-spoken lady. You can speak pretty well. So communication-wise, you should be all right. Mind is also good. If you want, you can prepare for the government jobs also. The possibility of you getting in is is moderate. I can say that you can think of if you want. What is there, man? Just give me 2 more minutes, guys. Your chart is also indicating the Mangal dosh. That is fine. Nadi chart is having quite a trouble when it comes to नहीं, वो हम नहीं बोल सकते रेलवे में मिलेगी या मेट्रो में मिलेगी. दैट ऑल आई कांट कंफर्म टू यू हेयर इन द लाइव सेशन फॉर श्योर. But I can tell you whether the possibility of job is there and when is that going to happen. But as far as I can see, your chart is not very stable for job purpose, right? So the glimpse of, I mean, the combination of the planets which are necessary to make somebody employable is very weak. So just give me 1 minute, guys. Just give me 1 minute. Afreen, your details are not enough, Afreen. We can't help you. We don't see complete details there. Time is missing. I think place is also missing. So we would not would be able to help you, Afreen. Mm, Mercury, Mercury, and Mercury, Jupiter, Kajal Yogi, Mercury, Venus. No. Okay. Chandrama. So starting from March 2026, right, Suman, if you're listening me, 22nd of March 2026 till 17th of June 2026. That time is most likely going to give you plenty of opportunities. Although you have to be a bit careful, right? I mean, there can be a situation where you can get into some sort of arguments or some sort of office politics, and other things can happen to you. That will be there. Only thing I would advise you to be careful about is not indulging into any sort of arguments with anybody. If you can do so, then the time I just mentioned, right, is going to be a beneficial time for you to get into the job. And that starts from 22nd of March. So the time is good. By the way, which profession you have you been in past? This time is good for the job search. This can work out and can also be beneficial. There are chances where he can get into his politics. Monisha, if you're there, let me know. Monisha, if you're there, let me know. Monisha would be the last one for today. Afrin, I would not be able to help you. You must have the place and the time. Monisha, you have not shared the time. सुमन, जो टाइम है तुम्हारा ना, वो बहुत ही शॉर्ट टाइम है जिसमें यू कैन गेट दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी। ओके, तो थोड़ा सा थोड़ा सा ध्यान से। ओके सुमन, सो जो समय मैंने बताया उस समय में अगर आपको मिल जाता है वेल एंड गुड, अदरवाइज अगेन यू विल हैव स्ट्रगलिंग टाइम। अब वो आप देख लो कैसे करना है। गवर्नमेंट जॉब के चांसेस हो सकते हैं, बट थोड़ा समय लगेगा क्योंकि अभी का जो विंडो है इज नॉट दैट स्ट्रांग, राइट। सो आपके पास वो मार्च से लेकर के कब तक का टाइम है? मार्च से लेकर के जून तक का टाइम है। अगर कोई एग्ज़ाम है उस बीच में तो देख लो आप, अदरवाइज इतना ज़्यादा स्ट्रांग है नहीं। सो आई वुड से लुक फॉर अ प्राइवेट सेक्टर। न्यूमरोलॉजिकली जॉब इज गवर्नमेंट जॉब इज पॉसिबल। Astrologically, it is denied in Parashari as well, and it is denied in Nadi as well. So, government job ke liye, I would say I'm not very confident. It may not happen. But private sector, I can tell you that it will happen. But टाइम बहुत ही आपके पास वो है, फाइनाइट टाइम है, उसके अंदर ही जो करना है कर लो। if you if you can't operate that time within that operate time within the time I'm asking you to operate, if you can't do so, then प्राइवेट सेक्टर में भी जॉब नहीं मिलेगी आपको। तो आप वो देख लीजिए, आपको जैसा करना हो, जो सही लगे आपको करिए। दिस इज़ द सजेशन आई हैव फॉर यू सुमन। अगर फ्यूचर में कोई हेल्प चाहिए तो यू कैन ऑलवेज कम बैक। आई हैव गिवन यू द टोकन, बाकी चॉइस आपका है यार। सो जो आगे वाला जो आने वाला विंडो है उसको थोड़ा केयरफुली यूज़ करना। ओके, who is next? We are going for the last profile for today, and that is for Monisha. Mm, 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 mm. 1991. अरे कहाँ पैदा कहाँ हुए आप? यू हैव नॉट मेंशन द प्लेस मोनिशा। बैंगलोर। ओह ओके। 1991। I just wanted to let everybody know we are also launching one more channel, and that channel is going to focus on the technology, predominantly focused on AI, how exactly the large language models can be fine tuned, how those can be deployed in a cost effective way, how the specific agents can be built. So that all would be covered there. And that would cover the quality you get in a paid course. So that is definitely going to be a helpful one for you. What is your question? Job. Monisha, if I just look at your numerological chart, good at communication, bad at managing your temper, extremely कंजूस, I mean somebody who always make sure एक पैसा नहीं खर्च करना. You will have a financial stability for sure. If you are married or after marriage, you would be having less involvement, emotional involvement in your relationship. As far as job is concerned, the possibility is there, but not very good job. Means very good job means where you can feel the financial abundance. Job is there, but it's very tricky to land into a job. मुझे लगा you want to ask job. I was just looking at job. So marriage यार देखो relationship problem मैं अभी पहले शायद बोला ना अभी 15-20 seconds पहले. So थोड़ा सा अनस्टेबल एरिया है आपका. SD18, if you have any questions please share. If you are expecting hello from me, then hi, hello, how are you? So Monisha, देखो relation is a problem. As far as job is concerned, possible है लेकिन बहुत हाई फाई जॉब के चांसेस आई एम नॉट वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट. आई कांट कॉन्फिडेंटली से दैट कि बहुत हाई फाई जॉब प्रोफाइल के चांसेस हैं. तो वैसा तो चांस है नहीं. As far as marriage is concerned, I'll just check that. Just hold on. Marriage would be delayed. It is only possible in the transit of Sun. That is not there. In the transit of Mars, it is a weak possibility. In the transit of Mercury, the possibility is there, but there would not be any gains. There would not be any possibility of growing your family after that marriage. Jupiter is also indicating that, but at the same time, only family, no marriage, no marriage. See, even after getting married, right, it will not be a very beneficial experience for you. Okay. So you may have a bit of, a feeling where you think that, oh, you're not being valued or things like that is what you can experience, which is a possibility there. Okay. But I'll check when the marriage can happen. Just hold on. 2, 7, 2 and 7. I need Venus and Mercury. The best time where you could get married was last year, somewhere Last year it was there. There was a window where you could marry. There is a possibility. I mean, this event could have happened long time back. Just give me a minute. Let me just expand the horizon since you are the last one for today. I'm just looking into 20-year horizon. I have certain doubts here. 2 7. Last year I feel that there should be something is what I said. When I said last year, I meant last year there was a strong possibility of marriage. But why it didn't happen is something you can enlighten me if possible. See, I'll tell you, you can just keep an eye on your dashas. And when you are checking the dasha tonight, there is a release of Lacuna Astro going on. It is going to happen tonight. That will help you see the dashas based on the KPI and Amsha. You can check that. Yeah, but if you want, we can discuss that offline also. Uh, but I would say that i- there is not very strong combinations available, right? So to have that strong possibility, you must have, and there is a possibility of separation also, right? So even if you get married, then there is a chance of having some conflicts there, and that possibility is there in the future, right? So even though, I mean, see, for example, we are sitting here in 2025. So in 2025, we are, sorry, we are sitting in 2026, right? So in 2026, if an event of separation has already come, right, in your chart, and you're not married and you are not in a relationship, then that's okay. We can forget about it. But if you're married and that time has come and gone, then it's okay, you are safe. But if that is coming there in the future, then that is also shown there, right? So I would say it's not that straightforward for us to say anything here. Only thing I would say is keep an eye. As long as Jupiter and Mercury are coming together, they would allow you to have a necessary combinations, and the necessary planets would involve. Yeah. uh, you should have gone for that marriage, because uh, that is what I'm saying. See, how do I tell you guys? For example, let's say if we are predicting something, that's the time when somebody would have a baby, and what if they are using protection or they are just having contraceptive pills? We can't control that, right? So my point is that knowing when that specific event can happen and when is the possibility, and then consciously delaying that is definitely going against what is there, right? And you are using your free will. That is exactly what is called free will, where you have the power to, avoid certain things. So I don't know what to say here. I'll just tell you a few time slots. If you want, use that. Otherwise, as you have already denied in past, you can deny it again. uh, so Mercury and Venus, if they come together, that would also work. Just hold on. But I would say, if you get a opportunity to marry now, next, whatever rishta comes for you, please consider that. As far as the possibility of separation is concerned, that is something which can be avoided as long as you are conscious in the relationship. And you know वो एक लंबा डिस्कशन, आई डोंट थिंक वी शुड टॉक अबाउट दैट राइट नाउ. मेरा बस यही कहना है कि आपके फादर ने लास्ट ईयर आपको पुश किया टू मैरी, बट यू यूज्ड योर फ्री विल टू डिनाई कि नहीं, मैं नहीं करूँगी. दैट इज़ एब्सोल्युटली फाइन. बट अब मत करना, क्योंकि ज़्यादा मौके हैं नहीं तुम्हारे पास, राइट? एंड द मैरिज इज समथिंग विच विल हैपन इन योर लाइफ in a very critical arrangement, right? Critical arrangement in the sense कि necessary planets का इन्वॉल्वमेंट होना ज़रूरी है, और गोचर में भी वो कॉम्बिनेशन बनना ज़रूरी है, नहीं तो वो होने वाला है नहीं. तो आप उसको थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखिए. और मेरे पास ज़्यादा कुछ बोलने के लिए है नहीं इसमें. आई डोंट हैव मच टू ऐड हेयर. सुमन, अपने पैर पे कुल्हाड़ी खुद मारोगे तो उसके लिए कोई कुछ नहीं कर सकता. सो प्लीज़ एक्सेप्ट दैट. दैट इज़ वेरी मच रिक्वायर्ड. उसको करना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है आपको. आई विल टेल यू सर्टेन टाइम फ्रेम्स इन विच यू कैन जस्ट सी सम गुड पॉसिबिलिटीज़, राइट? आप ध्यान रखिए कि जहाँ पर भी शुक्र बुध का कॉम्बिनेशन आ जाए, आप दशा देखते रहना. अब यहाँ मैं कितनी दशाएं देखूंगा, आप देखते रहना कि जहाँ पर भी शुक्र और बुध आ जाएं, या जुपिटर और मरकरी आ जाएं, मतलब बृहस्पति और बुध आ जाएं एक साथ, तो ये कॉम्बिनेशन सफिशेंट है फॉर यू टू मैरी. बट मैरिज में गेन्स आप चाहे जब मैरिज कर लो, बहुत ज़्यादा है नहीं आपके लिए. तो वो एक ऐसा एरिया रहेगा जहाँ आप, मुझे लगता है, बहुत ज़्यादा सेटिस्फाइड नहीं फील करोगे. तो उसमें कुछ कर नहीं सकते, लेकिन उसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि आप शादी ना करें. तो वो थोड़ा सा कॉन्शियसली आपको परस्यू करना पड़ेगा, ठीक है? बाकी रही जॉब की बात, तो वो कल करेंगे. कल जब सेशन रहेगा तब करेंगे. जॉब भी मैंने देख लिया है, लेकिन आई डोंट वांट टू एम्फेसाइज मोर ऑन इट. आज के लिए इतना डोज काफ़ी है. बट प्लीज़ डोंट कंटिन्यू टू गो अगेंस्ट योर पेरेंट्स, ठीक है? वो सोच समझ के ही कर रहे हैं. फाइन, I think we are done for today. If you want to speak to me, we can have a connect offline also. Tomorrow is off, so I can speak to you. I have no problem. बट वही है, आफ्टरनून के बाद ही मुझे टाइम रहेगा. अदरवाइज मॉर्निंग्स आई वुड बी बिजी विद माई फैमिली. बट चॉइस इज़ योर्स. जॉब आज नहीं. I can't give more time to you. I see there are other people also. Guys, I need to close. If you guys don't mind, can we connect tomorrow? Guys, can we connect tomorrow if everybody is all right? Rahul, can we connect tomorrow? I have to close now. We have already covered all the readings for today. I can definitely add you and Divyajyoti into the queue, but I can add you both for tomorrow. Is that okay? Thank you, Jyoti. Uh, I have added you into the queue. So tomorrow, if you are available when the session starts, we can speak about you. Otherwise, whenever you come, I'll pick you up. And Divyajyoti, are you okay? Can we continue it tomorrow? Yeah, I was expecting Divyajyoti. I was expecting you to say the same thing because you are 2006 born, right? So that immaturity is pretty much expected. So that's all right. But I would request you to come tomorrow, Divyajyoti. If you felt bad about it, it's all right. No problem. You can do whatever reversal you want to do. Uh, but we have to connect tomorrow. I humbly requested because I wanted to add you into the queue and give you priority tomorrow. But choice is yours. Since you are 2006 born, at this age I don't advise people to go for astrological things, but I loved your question. The question you asked is really decent question at your age, so I loved that. And that is the reasoning I requested you to come tomorrow. Otherwise I could have said no, we are not going to look for you. But you have asked a very genuine question, and this is really good. At this age, this is what I expect people to ask. One problem I could see that you said 16 2006, but you haven't mentioned the month. uh, oh, it's okay, ma'am, it's absolutely fine. Oh, what I'm saying that the question is pretty good, and no matter whether it's you or him, I loved the question, and that's the reasoning I have allowed this to be in the queue. So tomorrow when the session starts, if you're there, definitely you'll get a preference. You both are added into the queue, and you are at the very top of it. So tomorrow when the session starts, if you are there, we would definitely take you guys first. And the only question I have, ma'am, is you haven't added the month. Can you also specify the month for Dibya Jyoti? No, no, no. It's all right. Can you specify the month, please? You have not given the month. This is what you have shared. May I request you to share the month, please? Thank you so much. And really nice question. I wish all success to him. And tomorrow we are going to resume the session around 8. I can start the session a bit early, maybe around 7. Tomorrow is off. So I would have plenty of time, plenty of energy to be a little bit more cheerful, right? And spend some quality time with all of you. I think today's session was really good. I loved talking to all of you. And ma'am, no need to say sorry. It's absolutely fine. It's all right. Sometimes it's hard to really assess, right, who is on the other side. I thought that your son is trying to ask certain questions, and I'm a bit, harsh on these areas because I don't want youngsters to start seeking astrological advice upfront, because then uh, we have a lot of people sitting there, right, which has a possibility of drifting and shifting somebody's thought process. So that level of manipulation can make it or break it, right? And that is the reasoning I try to motivate the young generation, that they should not be seeking such practices. But as long as you are his mother, I think it's absolutely fine. We can have a healthy discussion about it. And even if you want, I would uh, I would request you to please connect with me offline if you want. Tomorrow is off, so I can give you my time, and we can have a conversation. Here also I give 5-10 minutes to everybody. That same thing we can have offline also if you want to have a telephonic conversation with me. No charges for that. We can just discuss about things and do it offline also. But choice is yours. You can decide how you want to do it. I have added you into the queue. Tomorrow anyways you are going to get the time if you are there. And I think, yeah, this is what I wanted to share with everybody. Thank you so much for giving this lovely opportunity to me to connect with you, to look into your chart. This is really a matter of trust, right? You trusting somebody, looking into your chart, talking about you without really knowing you, without really seeing you, is a really big trust factor. So thank you so much, guys, for this lovely opportunity to connect with you, to look into your chart. Tonight we do have a quite a major release coming for Lacuna Astro, and application would now allow you to look into your nadi chart as well. So along with the dashas, as long as you have any sense of how nadi functions, you can use that for your benefits. People who are not aware of how nadi functions, don't worry about it. We are going to have a crash course for you which allows you to learn basics, so that you can be your own astrologer without getting into the shit of mm, millions and billions of combinations which are there. Nobody can remember that, and everybody is bluffing in that area. So we want to make it a very objective assessment, and that is coming for you tonight. And it is going to have a lot of lovely features coming in days and months to come. My name is Anand. I'm the founder and CTO of Lacuna Astro, and I would be hosting you as long as I'm here on this earth. My only intention is building a product which allows you guys to have the absolutely beautiful predictions, right? Which is objective. So I think this was a great conversation, guys. If anybody wants to connect with me, this is the official number where you can drop a message. Number also keeps reflecting on the screen, so you guys can take a screenshot and just save it in your phone. Tomorrow the session would be starting a bit early, and it would last for around 3 hours is the time we are targeting. And anybody who came today and could not get my time, accept my apologies, and we would be connecting tomorrow again, and with a lot of energy, with a lot of trust, and with a lot of care. तब तक के लिए अपना ध्यान रखिए, अपने परिवार का ध्यान रखिए. हम लोग जल्दी ही कनेक्ट करेंगे. गुड नाइट.